渋谷、渋谷です。
Welcome back to the Washitsu. So, today's no ordinary day. Today is my birthday. Well, I don't know why I brought that with me. You'll have to excuse me because I've been drinking since 1:30, 2 o'clock. And I don't even know what time it is now. 7, 8 in the evening. I'm drinking a normal. This is a normal, sort of mass-produced beer. Yebitsu. It's made by Sapporo. I'm starting to feel a bit runny-nosed. So I'm not going to be showing you Wii games, especially not shitty ones. But I am going to show you some Famicom disc games. I haven't got a big collection. I ain't got a big collection of anything really, apart from Wii, a Game Boy. Yeah, Game Boy and Wii. And by far my biggest collections. Wii. I'm looking over there because that's where it is. I don't know, there's got to be, 300? Which I mean is nothing compared to a Retro Bears collection. In terms of numbers anyway. And Game Boy games, I've got probably about 200 Game Boy games. Yeah, there's nothing else is big. Super Famicom's maybe 50 games tops. Wii U is not very big. I mean, Virtual Boy is big in terms of percentage of its entire library, but its entire library is only 22 games. So. Yeah, I've got a couple of pickups. I'm gonna start with this. It's not a pickup. So back in, well, this was sent in March, and you can see there, the 13th of March that was sent. So during, March, April time when COVID was really kicking off, I was doing rather well on reselling, and I had probably not the best, but some real good sales those couple of months. And unfortunately, the postal system kind of ground to a bit of a halt, and things got stuck in airports and whatnot. So a lot of people put in claims, and some people were good as gold, some people were, just didn't care. One of them was this particular item, and it was going to Saudi Arabia, and a lot of the parcels were getting stuck at Osaka airport, but this one said that it left. Anyway, the guy put in a claim quite early as well. People tend to, when they're buying from Japan, they tend to wait at least a month. But he put a claim in after 2 weeks, and it had said it had left Japan, and So obviously he puts a claim in, I go and put a claim in at the post office. You know, I'm gonna have to probably give him his money back. So the post office will either find the parcel or give me my money back. And in this case, it was insured for the value of the game as well. So, you know, I wasn't really that worried. You know, it's just something extra to do, and particularly at that time when I was filing complaint after complaint. Well, not complaint. What's the word? Claim. And so anyway, I put in the claim, and a couple of months later, because it's really slow when you put in a claim. A couple of months later, I got a response back saying it left Japan, and it was, I think it said that it was in the United Arab Emirates. But Saudi Arabia wasn't accepting any post. So it was just sort of in limbo in United Arab Emirates. Anyway, I long since gave the guy a refund. And I actually did sort of a plead with eBay to say, look, please give me some more time, because, you know, there's COVID's a thing. And it was before they were extending times. They did later on down the line, they did extend all their times for people putting in claims and whatnot. And in fact, I had a fair few where eBay refunded them out of their own pocket because of COVID. But they were a bit slow on the uptake, and this was quite early-ish. So anyway, to cut a long story short, it got returned to me yesterday. You know, what is it? I've drank too much today. I've drank too much. 7 months? Yeah, sounds about right. 7 months. 7 months later, it comes back to me, and I'll be honest, I was convinced it had been delivered, and obviously, because I get it a lot in America where I send it tracked, but they just leave it on the doorstep or in the mailbox or whatever, and they know it ain't been signed for, but it's a track package, and they'll put a claim in. I get it quite a lot, and I was convinced this was the same story, but I apologised to the guy. I mean, he's had his money back. I wasn't funny with him or anything, but obviously I was just thinking it. And the game's come back. The game's come back. Where's the game? Where's the game? It's Samurai Showdown. It's an American copy. So when I was in the UK, I was always on the lookout for a UK, or a PAL, but ideally UKV, but you know, any PAL would have done. Just never came across it, never had the chance. So I bought the American version because on eBay it was like dirt cheap. I think it was like $10 plus postage. But then I came across the Japanese one. So this was the only American one in the whole thing, and I've got the majority is the PAL, but I do have some Japanese ones as well, and this was the only sort of the odd one out, so I decided I wanted to keep the Japanese one, and I was going to sell this. It's back. It's back. Oh, hello. Hello, you. Yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased to get it back. You came back to Daddy, yeah. So I was pretty pleased about that because, like I say, the guy had his money back. The claim was originally saying that it was in Abu Dhabi or wherever, and the post office said, "Oh, just keep putting in a claim until something happens." But I was like, do you know what? Can't be asked. I had so many returned parcels and claims, and it was a fucking nightmare. So that's why essentially I stopped selling. I mean, the eBay thing's still live and there's a few odd bits on there, but I've essentially stopped selling until next spring, really, I think. And then we'll get in our crack. So we'll get on and show these Famicom Disk System games. I'm going to start with this one, Othello. I mean, I'd never played this in my life until probably this year. I think this year, start of summer. And Akane's mum came over with, the actual Othello board, and or Othello as it's called here. And yeah, I'd never played it before. It's quite simple, but it was quite fun. So, I mean, I would have always ignored that. But then I saw this in a shop. So this should have been in my pickups when I did this year's pickups, because I definitely bought this year, thinking about it, because I also bought one on the Game Boy. So that should have been in that video as well, but never mind. But this is the only example I've got where it comes in its sort of clear plastic case. So you've probably all seen a Famicom game before in its sort of inner plastic, which is kind of like a cassette, but obviously for the shape of the disc. And it's got its little sleeve, and it's got the game. And that's how you commonly see Disk System games. But I don't know whether all the time, but certainly a lot of the time they also had a little manual, and that went into this little box. And they always have these stickers on the back, and it has the code for the game, so you know whether you got the right box for the right game. Not that it truly matters, but because I was actually gonna put, I think, another game into this box, and then I noticed it had the Othello code, so I was like, can't do it. I'd have to take the sticker off, and I don't want to take the sticker off. So yeah, that's the only example I've got of that. It's bigger case. And then I've got one game where I'm missing almost everything. I've just got a not empty, it's got the game in it. But it's got no, well, I say it's got no label, but someone at some point made one, look, which was just basically a photocopy of the disc. I don't know why they bothered. So that's F1 Race, which is, I don't know, I mean, I struggle with racing games on Famicom because they're just so bad. There's no real difference between playing a Famicom racer and a Game Boy racer. It's the same kind of thing. You just, like the Tomy, you just move in the car from left to right, and yeah, they're all a bit meh. And I am really into my races, but 8-bit races, there's not many that I can play. And when I say can play, I mean as in like stomach to play. So all of these are complete, but without the extra outer with manual. So they're not complete. They're not complete, but they're good enough. They're good enough. So we've got Zanuck. I can't remember if I played it or not. I think I have. I can't remember. So I couldn't even tell you what it is. I mean, it looks like it's a shooter of some kind, but I honestly don't know. Zanuck. I have played this one, and I do like it. It's Twinbee. Now, a lot of the time with these disc games, the game only took up one side. Not in the case of Twinbee. Twinbee is double-sided. But a lot of the time, they only took up one side. So you could use the other side. You could go to like a kiosk and like sort of pay however much and put a game on it. So I think the Zanuck is also a double-sided. No, it's not. That one's just blank look. I mean, there might be a game on it, but there's no label or anything like that. So there could be a game, but there's no label for a game. And I'll show you what I mean, because I do have some examples, and this is one of them. So this is Volleyball, and I got this because I kind of said that she played this as a kid. Her dad bought home one year he bought home a Famicom, and then like the following year he bought home the disc system for it. And she played this volleyball game. But as you can see on the back, it's got another game. Now that game wouldn't have come with it. That game, someone would have gone to the kiosk, paid their money, got it copied onto that, and you also get the label to stick on it. And then you got a space to write on whatever you put on there. So this is basically a Breakout. I don't know what came first. Breakout probably. I'm not, sort of before Nintendo. I'm not really up to speed so much with like Atari and all the other ones. My brother did have a. I'm sure it was in a television. I'm sure it was. I remember because it had like a little dial and it had like a key thing, and you put an overlay because they had a football game. But yeah, I'm not knowledgeable about it at all. So yeah, it's just Breakout really. Soccer game. What's on the other side? Oh, it's just soccer's on both sides. Soccer A. Stupid fingers. Soccer B. And then we have. So this is Mario Brothers 2, which in the West we know as the Lost Levels. This was a disc system game. As you see, you got a Super Mario Bros. 2, and again, nothing. Like I say, there could be a game, and I have had other copies of this. I've had this a few times, and it's always like a sort of random different game. And then this one, which is the original Super Mario Bros. Now, originally this was a Famicom game. I don't know why they put it on a disc. That's Super Mario Bros. But whoever had this back in the day got Zelda for the other side. So it wouldn't have come with Zelda originally. They've paid the monies and got Zelda put on it. Not that I'm going to probably play it, but it's nice. It's nice to, better than some shitty game. And that's the entirety of my Famicom disc system collection. It's one of the few systems that's not had a colour either, because obviously it's so small, and I don't know, there's something about it, like, I don't know, I don't really, apart from Super Mario Bros. 3, I don't really have any nostalgia for the NES. The Famicom probably would be even worse because, the cartridges look different and the system looks different. But I don't know, there's just something about the disc system that I find quite appealing. So, yeah, I like it. I'm not really actively looking for anything, and it's magnetic media, so I don't know how much legs magnetic media's got in it, but so pickups. I really didn't expect to have any pickups, but I went out yesterday. As I say, today is my birthday, so me and Akani went out yesterday, and we went to a couple of shops. Went to a book off, and another sort of similar kind of chain called Dream. And we went and drank some beer as well. But I picked up 2 games. I did pick up another one, but it was for someone else. And so this was from Dream, and it was 250 yen, and it is double steel for the Xbox. Generally speaking, if it's looks interesting, particularly races, and it's less than 300 yen, I'm more than likely to pick it up. If it's more than 300 yen, I think about it a little bit harder, because we have an app called Mekari, and you can find things for dirt cheap, but the minimum price you can sell something on it is 300 yen. So you can't buy anything for 100 yen. It doesn't exist, because you can't. So anything less than 300 yen, I consider. And then went to a book off, and my labels fell off, but it was, it's here. It was 290 yen. So giddy. So just inside the 300 yen threshold, and it's packing time. Now I thought I was onto a winner, if I'm honest, but I played it yesterday when I got home, gave it a little clean up, put it in. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not particularly good either. So whether it stays or not, I'm not sure. So originally the idea of doing my videos was going to be like an out and about section, and then do the Washitsu section, but I've decided to keep them separate and just split them. They'll still be on the same channel, just different. There'll be what I'm calling Yaman in Japan video and Washitsu Chronicles. That's the best I could come up with, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm just going to keep them separate. It kind of, one doesn't hold up the other then as well, so I can just, if I go out, I can just edit it and get it up, rather than wait to then do this, and vice versa, and also for viewer retention, looking on the analytics, people don't tune in for very long, which I can't blame you. So yeah, it's probably my shortest Washitsu video yet. I'm aiming for half an hour. I shouldn't have said that, because I'll probably edit the fuck out of this, and it'll be 2 minutes. But yeah, so roughly half an hour is what I'd aim for. And then my out and about video, it'll be whatever it is, it depends. Sometimes it might only be 5 minutes, sometimes it might be an hour, but really depends on what it is. I wouldn't split up one day. If I went, for example, so now I'm fucking babbling shit now. I did think, should I do a video today because of the drink, and I'm when you drink, you go up, don't you? You go up, and then you get to a certain point, you start going down, and that's where I'm at now. I'm just feeling sleepy now. Plus, it's 2 days in a row that I've been drinking in the daytime. But thank you for all of the happy birthdays. I had a lot of happy birthdays today. It's probably the most amount of happy birthdays I've had in all my other 39 years put together, if I'm honest. Right, I'm definitely going now. I've had enough. So, I'll see you next week. And there might be a video in between of out and about. Got some more arcadey grabber UFO bullshit. I know. When you've been drinking all day, beer starts to taste really horrible, doesn't it? It gets really boring. Yeah. Hey. You've been on a trip. Unfortunately, he was never taken out of the package, so he didn't get to see anything. Old Mr. Samurai. Did I mention it's my birthday? What a shitty video this is going to be. Till next time for the Washitsu Chronicles. I mean, if you can come up with a better name, feel free to. Feel free. But you have to do a thumbnail for me as well. Can't believe I'm 40. I actually thought, oh shit, now you're 40. If you was living in Logan's Run, you'd be fucking dead. But it was fucking 30, wasn't it? I'd have been dead 10 years ago. Cunt. I'm down with the kids and I'm on TikTok, Basubi.